Imagine a world where the streets of Tehran looked like Paris, where the United States viewed Iran not as a threat, but as a glamorous partner in the East. In the 1970s, the U.S. sold Iran its most advanced fighter jets, the F-14 Tomcats, a technology so secretive that no one else was allowed access. Flash forward to 2026, and those same jets are still soaring, maintained by a regime that now refers to America as the Great Satan. How did this alliance transform into a 70-year feud? To understand the complexities of today's geopolitical tensions, we must delve into the genealogy of a betrayal. The origins of this conflict can be traced back not to religion or democracy, but to oil. In the early 1950s, Mohammad Mossadegh became Iran's prime minister, advocating for the nationalization of the country's oil, previously controlled by British interests. The West, unable to allow this shift, orchestrated a coup in 1953 through Operation Ajax, a strategic collaboration between the CIA and British intelligence. They financed riots, bribed officials, and ultimately restored the Shah, Mohammad Reza Pahlavi, to power. What the US celebrated as a triumph was seen by the Iranian people as the theft of their sovereignty, leading to a quarter-century of the Shah's rule as a Western puppet, increasingly detached from his populace. By 1979, the situation boiled over into a powerful Islamic revolution, not merely a religious uprising but a stark rejection of the US-backed regime. Upon the Shah's departure for medical treatment in America, Iranian students seized the US embassy, taking 52 Americans hostage for 444 days. This incident marked an irrevocable divorce between the two nations, with the US freezing Iranian assets and Iran declaring America an eternal adversary. The genealogy had shifted from cooperation to hostility, laying the groundwork for a blood feud that has persisted through generations. But why does this animosity endure? The answer lies in the shadows of proxy wars. Rather than direct confrontations, the US and Iran engage in conflicts through third parties across the region. The specter of the nuclear standoff looms large, with Iran perceiving nuclear weapons as a necessary deterrent against potential coups like the one in 1953, while the US views any such advancement as an unbridgeable red line. This dynamic transforms regional conflicts involving militias in Iraq and rebels in Yemen into a complex chess match of US versus Iran. Strategically, the Strait of Hormuz becomes a critical flashpoint. A mere 21 miles wide, it accounts for the transit of a fifth of the world's oil. A closure by Iran could trigger global economic collapse, just as a US attack would have catastrophic repercussions. This creates a Mexican standoff on a global scale, where neither party can afford to show weakness without dire consequences. In 2026, the repercussions of this long-standing conflict are ubiquitous. The price of gas you pay is influenced by this turbulent history, as are the threats of cyberattacks targeting infrastructure. Modern warfare has evolved, drones and artificial intelligence now take center stage, yet the underlying motivations remain stubbornly constant. The Iranian populace endures severe sanctions while people in the West live in anticipation of potential escalation into a third world war. The tragedy is that both sides perceive backing down as a sign of weakness, perpetuating a cycle of hostility that seems unbreakable. We often view history as something that belongs to the past, but for the US and Iran, it is an ongoing saga. The events of 1953 are not merely historical, they are a festering wound that continues to shape the present. As we navigate deeper into the century, one crucial question surfaces: can a feud rooted in 70 years of betrayal ever culminate in a peaceful resolution, or are we merely awaiting the next move in a game where victory seems elusive for all involved? What do you think? Was the 1953 coup the biggest mistake in modern history? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe as we uncover more mysteries of the past here on The Silent Century.